Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Ryan. This is Kix, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I kind of wanted to do, I guess, kind of a behind-the-scenes video, if you will. So over the last few videos I've posted on my channel, I've been recording these cinematic-style shots of my island as a fun way to kind of introduce the video, whatever video it is that I'm making at the time. I was heavily inspired by vloggers like Casey Neistat, Casey being one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, and he does cinematic shots of like New York City or wherever it is that he is at the time for his videos, and I wondered always, is there any way possible to bring that style into Animal Crossing New Horizons? And thus my intro style was, I guess, created. Since I started recording those intros, a lot of you have been leaving a lot of positive comments, hi Stitches, about how much you really like the intro, and some of you have even asked me how it is that I record these intros, kind of what goes into the thought process of recording them. And so today I figured I'd take you, like I said, behind the scenes a little bit and kind of show you how I decide what shots to get and the thought process that goes into it. So this shot right here is actually pretty good. You have this nice symmetry with the resident services building being dead in the center, with the lampposts on the side and the benches, and you can also see Kix and Stitches even still running around in the background there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and move my character out of the way here, and I'm going to record this scene for about maybe 30 seconds, and then in post-production I'll simply make this scene down into like a 5-second shot of the best part of it, something probably like that, and that would be shot number 1. So what I try to do when I run around the island is I try to find different locations that have enough going on either in the foreground or the background to be, I would say, pretty visually appealing. And another thing I try to do is I try not to recycle too many shots. I know that I can probably recycle them later on once the season changes into things like fall and winter. But for now, I try not to take the same shot more than once. I know that I've already only done a few of these intros, but you'd be surprised how difficult that might be. So we have a pretty good opportunity to take a shot of the campsite when it's actually got someone visiting. I have taken a shot of this little picnic table before, but I want to show you guys the difference between what I feel is a good shot versus what I feel is a better shot. So if I wanted to highlight the campsite and this picnic table, you could simply place your character here, remove the HUD, and then walk out of frame, and then you can kind of position the camera any which way you want to. But the thing with this shot that I don't really like is that everything seems way too far away, and even from down here as well, even though you place the picnic table more in the foreground, it means that the tent in the background takes up not too much room, and it is kind of like an afterthought. So for me, what a better shot would be to stand up here instead, get a little bit closer to the campsite, because everything is all relative based on where your character is standing. So you'll now notice that if I go here and I bring the camera down instead, now suddenly the camp is a little bit bigger. It's definitely more of a figure than it was before, and the picnic table is still in the foreground, but you definitely have a separation between foreground and background. And this shot in general is going to be much better in post-production once I do a nice little zoom out or zoom in, depending on which one I choose. And so I'm gonna once again record this shot for a few seconds. Even just what I'm doing right now is good enough, and then you'll see it when it's done. So now we are up here, and I'm going to be taking kind of a different shot. But first thing that I want to do is I definitely want to get rid of some of these flowers that are up here, not only for just landscaping purposes, but also because I feel like they kind of ruin the shot, because this is also where my character is going to be sitting. So what I'm going to do is, while standing up here, I'm going to get kind of a shot like this, kind of like I'm looking out. Oops, I forgot to put my shovel away. So there you go. So we have this nice little shot right here, which could be, I guess, a little bit better if there was more things going on in the background, but that's totally fine. You can even do like a top-down shot right here, but I don't really think I like the top-down shots. I think I like more of the either straight-on shots or like looking straight up at the sky, which is even a nice shot right there. The unfortunate thing too is that you cannot use a ladder while you are in camera mode, and so you kind of have to get the camera as best as you can. So for this shot right here, even though there's not a lot going on in the background, I think the fact that my character is in the foreground is going to be good enough as a means to fill out what you're seeing. And so what I'm going to do is again, just sit here, let this go for a little bit. All right, there we go. While I was up there, I noticed that this small shot over here to the left-hand side is actually pretty nice too. There's a lot going on in the background, and there's not enough going on in the foreground. And so I think this is a good opportunity to have my character kind of run in and be the observer of this particular scene. So what I've done is I've kind of positioned my character out of frame, and then after a few seconds, because I want to give myself enough time in post-production to go in and edit this part, what I'm going to do is then I'm going to run in, and as quick as I can, sit down. So what I'm going to do in post is I'm going to simply cut out the part where I am going through the emote menu. I'm simply going to, in the video, it's going to look like I just run up and then I sit down. And there you go. And then this is another shot right there. So those are some pretty cool shots. But what do you do when you do want to record your character, say, climbing up a ladder or jumping across a river or going in and out of buildings? Well, to record those shots, I need to bring in a friend. Yep, in order to get some of the shots that I get on my intros, I sometimes have to bring over my doppelganger from Chillin' to record over here on Diamond. And then, of course, if I'm recording over on Chillin', if I need a certain shot, then I'll bring this villager from Diamond over there. So it's just one acts as the cameraman for the other, depending on whatever island it is that I'm on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the Chillin' Ryan and make him the cameraman. So give me 1 second. Okay, and there you go. I am now in full control of my chillin' doppelganger. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get 2 shots to kind of exemplify the shots that I was talking about earlier. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to record a couple of shots to kind of show you what it looks like for when you aren't able to get the shot on your own. So as you can see, this is for the Southern Hemisphere camera, so he is going to step out of frame. And then what I'm going to do for my Northern Hemisphere character is I'm just going to bring him into the store really quick, and then I'm just going to have him walk out of the store, and then whenever he walks out of the store, I'm going to kind of walk down and to the left to kind of give like a cinematic shot that he's leaving the store. There you go, not too slow, not too fast. And then the last shot that I want to get is a shot that I've been thinking about getting for a while. I'm going to show it here, but don't be surprised if I end up using it in a future video. There are these little kind of hopping stones across from Ketchup's house, and I've always wanted to record my character hopping across it, but like I said, you can't hop across it whenever you are in camera mode. So what I'm going to do is instead I'm going to position the camera right there. That's a pretty good shot. And then, oh, you can even see Ketchup in the background. That's cool. So I'm going to have my Northern Hemisphere character hop across starting at Ketchup's house. Oh my God, that's like perfect timing because Ketchup is back there, but I'm rushing all the way there to get there. I'm not going to make it in time. Maybe I will. All right, so you can see my character over there on the right-hand side. Hello. I try to make all the shots about 5 seconds long, so I try to keep that in my head whenever I go through and do one of these things. So let's see if Ketchup comes out really quick. Yep, here comes Ketchup. Perfect timing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of walk through, and I'm just going to hop on over. There you go. And there's a shot right there. You have a nice, decent shot. You have Ketchup in the background, and then, of course, you have a nice animation of your character actually doing something on the island, which gives the shots a little bit of life, you know, compared to what else is going on in the scene. So generally speaking, if I can get a villager doing something, or if I can have my character be doing something in some capacity, that's always going to be a positive for me. Otherwise, I think that'll pretty much do it. I know that it's a lot of work for just a small 30-second intro for these videos, but if I'm being honest, I think that it adds quite a lot of like personality to the videos, and I think they're actually just a nice way to start the videos. So it's something that I'm totally willing to put in the work for in order to add, because not only do I think they look really good, but I also really enjoy the final product whenever I get done editing it and then adding it to the video. So you're going to see the final product of everything that I've just recorded shortly. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that this was entertaining or insightful for those that are wondering kind of what I'm thinking about when I'm recording these, and hopefully it was fun to see kind of behind the scenes. If you enjoyed this type of video, by all means, as always, be sure to give it a like, and if you enjoyed this and want to see more videos from me in the future, be sure to subscribe, turn notifications on, that way you always know when I post a new video. Otherwise, take care, everybody. Enjoy the outro, which would have been an intro if I'd recorded it in another video. And until next time, take care, be safe, have a great day. I'll see you next time.